A naval fleet of China's People's Liberation Army has arrived in Nigeria. A frigate along with a supply ship were led by destroyer Nanning. Nanning has docked at the port of Lagos. The ships are to return on Thursday after a 5-day visit. And this is a rare visit by the Chinese military to Africa's Atlantic coast. What is the dragon up to, really? The Nigerian Navy says it is for diplomatic reasons that the visit aims to strengthen ties between Chinese and Nigerian navies. But let's not forget that we are talking about China here. Is it looking to establish a naval base in Africa's Atlantic coast? Because it has, for long, made efforts to grow its influence in that part of the world. Have a look at this defense white paper that China released. This was in 2019. It states that the PLA is actively developing overseas logistical facilities. What for? To address deficiencies in overseas operations and support. That's what it says. China already operates a military base in Djibouti in the Horn of Africa. Have a look at these satellite images. It is the PLA's first overseas base. It was built at a cost of $590 million. And analysts say the base is built in a fortified manner. It has multiple layers of defense, like a modern-day colonial fort. And what does that mean? That it is designed to withstand direct assault. What's more interesting is its location. The base is located by the strategic Bab el-Mandeb Strait, which separates the Gulf of Aden and the Red Sea. It guards the approach to Suez Canal, which is one of the most critical channels of international commerce. It also gives Chinese vessels a presence near the Indian Ocean. Since the first base was established in Djibouti, China has been looking for more such opportunities. The African coast is an important prospect for the dragon. And now Chinese warships have arrived near the Gulf of Guinea. It is a major shipping route stretching for 5,700 kilometers from Senegal to Angola. It is difficult not to speculate. Is Beijing eyeing a naval base here? You see, earlier this year, Nigeria opened a $1 billion Chinese-built deep-sea port in Lagos. The new Lekki deep-sea port is 75% owned by state-owned China Harbour Engineering Company and the Singapore-based Tolaram Group. Now, Beijing has sent its naval fleet to Lagos. What would China be gaining from this? It is more or less an indication of interest, also proof of capability. It could also be a first step to see what sticks. You see, it could soften the ground for further negotiations to build a base. The Gulf of Guinea has for long been at risk of piracy. Nigerian gangs carry out most attacks on foreign shipping vessels. Chinese exports to Africa are valued at over $100 billion. Having a military base would enable China to combat the menace through joint exercises with Nigeria. But let's not forget, military bases have other uses as well, including spying on other countries, on the US in this case. American defense officials have been raising alarm for a while now. Have a look at this report. It says that Chinese have been eyeing locations for a port in the Gulf of Guinea. It also mentions that any effort by Beijing to get a naval port on the Atlantic coast would be an expansion of China's military presence, and more ocean access would spell more economic gains. China's move has further given fodder to this speculation. And why not? Over the last 3 decades, China has widened its influence in almost every African country through investment, through trade and loans. It has also never hidden the desire for or ambition to build overseas ports. We are now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.